So this flow is my go-to when I need strength without all the tension. It's slow, controlled, and supportive, most importantly. Resetting your body doesn't necessarily have to be intense, it just has to be intentional. So when you're ready, find yourself in a comfortable seated position. We're going to take a few deep breaths here to prepare ourselves for what comes in this workout. Now that we're done with those deep cleansing breaths, we are going to do some side stretches. We're going to sweep our arms up above our heads and let it go back down to the floor, exhaling while we're doing so. Up above the head again. Then exhale as you are fluttering those fingers back to the mat. And this time when we exhale above, we are going to put our right arm down and lean over, opening up the left side body. This stretch feels absolutely incredible. Stretching out our neck. And now we are going to do it on the opposite side. Stretch out the right side body, opening up the lungs and preparing yourself for these deep, delicious breaths that we're going to be taking. And don't forget to stretch out the neck on the opposite side because it's all about symmetry. Now we're going to do some seated side twists, supine twists, and we're going to turn to our right side, just kind of twisting out the intestines and loosening up and releasing that lower back. Hold that for a few seconds and now switch to the other side. Now we're going to do some shoulder rolls. Roll those shoulders backwards because we want to loosen up those lats, which are the largest muscles in our back. And we're going to roll them backwards for a few repetitions. And then we're going to reverse course and roll them forward. Now let's get into this cactus pose. This feels really good, and you can do this from a seated position anywhere in your car, at your desk at work, because when you get the tension behind your shoulder blades and in your shoulder and neck, because that's where I carry most of my tension, this exercise here is absolutely amazing for helping to release it. It looks like it's no big deal, but trust me, it's a game changer. Now let's find ourselves on all fours in a tabletop position, preparing ourselves for our first downward facing dog. Tuck those toes and easily and gently shoot your hips up. And we're going to pedal this out. Pedaling it out is stretching out our quads, our hammies, and our calves, and even our feet. I love the down dog stretch. It is one of my absolute favorites. Now taking that right leg and allow it to go up as high as you can. It may not be able to go up the way mine did, but it doesn't matter. Meet yourself where you are always. Afterwards, you're going to swing that leg through. And as you can see, I used my hand to help assist it forward. And we're going to go up into our first lunge, forward lunge. Now turn it out for warrior one. And then we're going to go into our reverse warrior. Next, our supported triangle pose, reaching that arm all the way over again, getting that deep stretch in. Then allow those hands to swing down to the floor. On either side of the foot, bring it back into a plank and take your chaturanga. Now, as you can see, I am not lifting my body up off of the top of the mat, and that is perfectly okay in that up dog. Tuck those toes and press your hips up again for another down dog. And we're going to just repeat that same sequence that we just did, except this time we're doing on our left side. Allow that left leg to go up, bring it in, tucking it again. Grab that ankle and lean it forward if you have to. You know, some days we're more flexible than others. Coming up into your forward lunge on the left side, going into our warrior one on the left side. Reverse warrior, getting in that good deep stretch. Don't forget to breathe. And then we're going to take our elbow, resting it on top of that thigh for that supported triangle pose. Now, as I said, remember to always meet yourself where you are. You may not even be going at the same pace that I'm going at, and that is okay. Don't rush it. The purpose of this is starting to build that slow, soft control. This isn't a race, and it will definitely take you time and consistency to reach your goals and to be able to get stronger and be able to increase your speed. But we don't ever want to sacrifice our form for speed, okay? And you saw that one little brief tuck, and then we're getting that leg up again, going into that front lunge. Now, believe it or not, this sequence is going to bring a little bit of a sweat with it because we are moving a little bit faster. Not quite as fast as a power vinyasa, but we are still kind of moving at a decent pace. So you're going to get in a little bit of sweat while you're doing this sequence. It is a simple sequence, and you can do this. You can do this sequence before bed if you like. It really helps with relaxation as well as getting everything stretched out. And as you can see on this up dog, I am on the tops of my feet. I've lifted my entire body up off of the floor, and that just adds a little bit more intensity and strength, and that again comes with time. So don't worry about that if you can't do that yet. Again, just meet yourself wherever you are. Shoot that left leg up into the air. We're going to bend it just a little bit here. That feels good. Bring it in, tuck once, swing it back up, and then we're going to this time when we swing it in, we're going to bring it all the way through. And then we're going to stand up for our front lunge again. Pay no attention to that little leg lift there. That again comes with time. And again, we are in our up dog. Make sure you're not turtlenecking it here. We don't want our neck dipped down into between our shoulder blades because that's really going to hurt. We're now done with that part. So let us do a goddess squat. So coming onto your feet, holding your hands, and you want to take your elbows and you want to kind of press your thighs and knees apart, because that gives to a deeper stretch for those hips and those joints that are in our hips. We want to make sure that those stay good and stretched out, because we store a lot of things in our hips, a lot of emotions, and making sure that that stays stretches out, it actually releases it, which is a good thing. Let's find ourselves seated, and we're going to do some windshield wipers, because again, that's really good for our hip mobility. I talked about this before about hip strength and determining whether or not you need hip strength or whether or not you've got some sort of impingement, things like that. But this is an amazing mobility exercise, and for me, not only does it help my hips, but it also helps to release my lower back pain. So this is really good. And as you can see, this is a slow, controlled movement. You don't have to go super fast, and be mindful, because doing this move, it will cause your body to slowly edge forward away from your arms. So make sure that you are doing the necessary adjustments for that, because that can really hurt. Next, we're going to do some lying hamstring quad stretches, right? So lay on your side, whichever side you choose to lay on, and you're going to take the leg on top. You're going to just grab the ankle and you're going to just hold it, or the top of your foot, and you're just going to hold it, because it's stretching out your quad and it feels amazing. Then you just want to bring that hip in front and just let it rest there for a few moments, because that feels really good too. And now we're going to flip over and do the opposite side. And we are almost concluded with this flow, and find yourself in a comfortable seated position with whatever position is comfortable for you. We're going to take a few deep breaths here so that we can close out our practice with intention. And we're going to take our arms and sweep them up over top of our head. And then we're going to do a seated forward fold, bringing this practice to a close. Thank you so much for joining me, friends. Please do not forget to sign up for the 7-day Soft Life and Strength Reset, which is coming in January. See you in the next video.